Hey there, it's Rusty Nelson, your college art professor, and we're talking watercolor today. So, welcome new viewers and returning viewers. If you're new to the channel, I am using this vlog, this podcast to kind of sharpen my skills on screen, and they need a lot of sharpening. And really just talk about some of the things that people have made comments about, maybe concerning some of my recent posts and their thoughts about that. And just go over the things I want to go over and just kind of let you know what's going on. So that's kind of what we do here. I am providing videos on watercolor and drawing mainly on this channel, and I'm focusing on people who are interested in getting started in a mid-career situation. They want some creative outlet and a means of being creative. Maybe they set it aside to get careers started. They haven't touched it since high school or college or something like that. Or it's the people approaching retirement who are looking for something to do in retirement and not quite sure what to do, and are a little intrigued with the idea of being creative and starting that creative journey. And definitely those people who have retired and really do need something to do. I'm a firm believer that picking up a creative journey, either drawing, painting with watercolor, something creative, will help everyone in their retirement years, to help give them a fulfilling lifestyle and a creative outlook on life, and extend their lives for hopefully years and years to come. So anyway, that's kind of what I do with my channel. I am a college art professor, so I'm approaching retirement myself. I've been teaching for 28 years. I teach in graphic design, and I do a lot of computer-oriented stuff, but when I went through college, it was all traditional media. So everything I had to learn was done with pencils, charcoal, markers, Conte crayons, and acrylic ink, mostly acrylic ink, some oil painting, but didn't pick up any watercolor painting until after college, as I was trying to get a career started in design, and I was doing a lot of illustration work for my job and as a freelance artist, realizing that a lot of the illustrations were being done with wet media, predominantly gouache. So after college, I taught myself gouache, and this is still many years before the internet hit, and even many years before YouTube came on the scene, where so many people now are learning how to pick up various skills and learn from others who have done it. So, but in my day, it was all done through trade magazines and articles and books and things like that. So if you wanted to learn something creative, you either took classes at a local art center or went back to school, took some of those classes there, or you just started doing it on your own, figuring it out, doing it the hard way, which is mostly how I did it, was via the hard way. So anyway, that's what I've been doing, and hopefully is the skills that I can bring into my channel and show everybody that there are ways of picking this up and learning from it, and not thinking that you have to have that innate creativity, that innate ability. Yes, it helps, and a lot of people do have that, but it is a skill set and a practice that is learned and requires a lot of practice, but it can happen, and it's a fun way to keep yourself occupied, keep those synapses firing in your brain as you get older. I know it gets to be a challenge as we reach a certain age, and I'm really excited to do this for this age group, mainly because I spend most of my time and have spent most of my career talking with and working with 20-year-olds, people just getting their start in life and getting their career started. So it's kind of a fun process for me to bring this to the opposite end of the spectrum. And I really do hope I can have some impact, some positive impact on everybody out there who maybe are bored sitting around, tired of playing golf, who knows. But pick up that pencil, pick up those watercolor brushes, and get outside, go do some plein air painting, set up a studio table in your apartment, in your house, and start making some watercolors, and really brings a lot of satisfaction and fulfillment to your life. So that's what we're doing here. And I do hope you enjoy the videos that I've been posting. I've been doing this for about 1 year and 8 months now. So I've actually surprised myself with how well this whole endeavor has been going. I definitely intended to be a very part-time oriented thing that I was doing up and until I retire. This coming spring semester is my last semester. So yeah, it's weird kind of starting to think about that transition and that shift into a retirement life and my third career as a YouTube content creator. So like I said, I've been an educator for 28 years. I've picked up a lot of different skill sets and things. Not that I'm the best at everything, but I do have a broad knowledge base and can do a lot of various things and can bring a lot of these techniques and skills to everybody out there. So please tune in, tell your friends and neighbors and relatives to watch this channel, and hopefully we'll all get started on a creative journey. So some of the comments this week, I posted a non-Loomis face method where you're essentially blocking out the face with basic shapes and values and slowly building it up from a rough to a tight version of the face that you're using for reference. So I did that, and then the week before it was a line art and wash crab sketch, real quick journal sketch type thing, just things that you need to practice and work with. So and boy, I tell you, if whether it's Loomis, whether it's Reilly, or this blocking method that I just did, it always generates pros and cons and comments. So I was getting dinged because my sketch that I did with the non-Loomis method, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't really intended to be spot on perfect to the face drawing. Just really more about demonstrating the process and the methods and things like that, and doing it in a quick manner. So yeah, they were dinging me on the fact that my proportion, the eye was definitely out of proportion. There was a lot of issues with it. The nose was too big if you got really right down to it. But again, if I wanted to be spot on as a graphic designer, I wouldn't sit around and sit there and try to get that drawing to look perfect through multiple attempts. I would simply trace the damn thing and then work up the modeling on top of the tracing so that I would have all the features perfect. So I don't have any big issue with cheat when you need to. And but if you're really trying to develop the skill sets, yeah, sit down and work and develop a better understanding of proportion and angles and things like that. So anyway, yeah, the drawings are not going to be spot on to the reference. And that, when I got started with the channel, I was going back and forth whether or not to have the reference shown, because I know there's those people out there who will, pick it apart because it's not perfect to the reference. It's like I've gotten over my artwork being photorealistic a long time ago. I've often joked that I'm a recovering photorealist. I don't care anymore. As long as that photograph gives me enough data and information that I can interpret it and get it onto paper to my satisfaction, and that still reads well and reads properly. So like, for instance, the faces that I've been dinged on in any of the videos that I've posted, it doesn't matter. It's really more about the process and the practice of me doing it. And if you never ever see the reference, you would never ever know how far off my drawings and paintings are. I'm not claiming to be a photorealist. I'm not as good as some of those people out there on Instagram or YouTube and the shorts. I mean, there are amazing face and portrait artists out there working, and it is a lot of fun to watch them. I agree. It's amazing to see how well and how accurate they are drawing. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to get back in there. I really haven't done a whole lot of straight on face and portrait drawings. It's never been a big need and demand in my skill set as a designer. So I'm in there swinging and trying to develop skill sets just like everybody else. I know the processes. I know the various methods that I can bring to you, and I hope I can bring them to you in all of their ugly glory. So I hope you can learn from them, and I do hope you enjoy them. So anyway, that was really with those face drawings. People are, oh, I know a couple other comments goes back to the crab and the watercolor wash, ink and wash tutorial that people were definitely making a comment about. They when I came back in on the second pass with the ink after the color wash had dried, people were commenting on how much the added line work, the contrast, the more bold line that I went back in and popped in on the subject matter really makes the piece pop. And that's exactly right. That's what you do. That's what the contrast does. It will definitely start adding that separation from background, from foreground, and this and that. So it is a skill set. I think it's one of the harder things I think students have to learn to do, is to push past that point where they're afraid to do any more or they'll screw it up. And that's the terrifying thing about traditional media, is that there is that point, both ends of the spectrum. How much further can I push it to make it better? And then have I pushed it too far and screwed it up? So it's a two-edged sword. So you have to kind of learn to split the difference on that and develop a sensitivity. I definitely know students will take a digital painting, a digital drawing further to completion because they have that ability to simply undo and fix something that they may have taken too far. So, but with traditional media, you just have to kind of hang it out there and risk it all to see if you can get it to work properly. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. Been talking for a while. It's going to be a little shorter session today. I didn't really have a whole lot of comments. I think somebody was saying in a comment that they would like to see a piece with rocks and water in it, and I have the perfect scene that actually I shot when I was out in Washington about a year and a half ago. So I think I might do that as a tutorial, a landscape tutorial. So it should be fun. So keep an eye out for that. And gosh, if you are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in and watching this. This is probably my more boring videos that I post out here. These are really for me and my YouTube development as I hope to increase my skill sets. My tutorials, I hope, are somewhat educational and informative as well. But if you do get any value out of these tutorials, and this one in particular, please give me a like and a subscribe, and drop me those comments. They are important because they really do kind of tell me what people are interested in seeing, and I can do a video out there and everybody can learn from it. So give me that comment, give me that like, give me that subscribe. And if you're wanting resources, head into the video description. I have resources on my website for you to download. And there are links, affiliate links in the video description as well. I'll kick you over to Amazon where you can buy some tools and supplies. They're affiliate links, so I'll get a small commission on it. And if you feel like I'm doing anything with this channel, providing these demos and these tutorials on how to draw and paint with watercolor, please head over to my Patreon channel and give me a $5 a month membership. I truly do appreciate it. You guys are the best, and I hope to see you in the next Talking Watercolor.